All right, final week of the NFL season. It's been a long one, man. It's been a long one, but it's been very interesting from week to week in the NFL. Heading into the last week of the season, we got these games, man. We took a week off. We took some time off to just rest, relax. Hang with your families, get with your families, all that stuff. But that was good. And now we back for this stretch. Go through these games here. So before we jump in, man, how you guys? How was your holidays, man?
It was good. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Everything was good. Spent time with family. Had some food. Had some drink. Was being merry. So everything was good.
Same on this side, battling a little bit of, I don't know what this bug was that was floating around. I think everybody around the nation was getting it, but my household, we kind of ran through us. But outside of that, it was good, man. Enjoyed the day off, break from the hustle and bustle, kids not having to drop and pick up from school, right?
Yeah,
So, yeah, but next week we're gonna be right back at it again.
back at it. Yeah.
Right back at it again.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, that's good, man. Glad you guys had good holidays, man. Same here for us, so it's cool. All right, so we got two games tomorrow, man. Saturday. Today is Friday, January 2nd. Into the new year, 2026, and so we got two games. These right off the bat. These are division games, and these are whoever wins these games win the division. And we're going to start off with the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Panthers 8-8, Buccaneers 7-9, and is winning you get in. And so in this game, look, the Buccaneers have been sliding. I think they've been 1-9 over the last 10 games. I think that's where they've been. They just have been sliding. I know they seem like they're healthy and they got their players back, but I don't know what happened over the last 10 games or so. At the beginning of the first half of the season, they was rolling. I mean, they was kicking butt and rolling, and I guess something finally caught up to them. And so with that, I don't think they right the ship at this point in time, even though that they're playing at home. I just don't think they right the ship. I think the Carolina Panthers are going to come into town, and they've been playing some good ball recently. So I'm going with the Carolina Panthers in this game, man. I just think they got the edge, and I think they're gonna go into Tampa and take the win.
Man, you really think Carolina's going to come through and beat Yeah, I think Carolina's going to come through and beat Tampa Bay. As much as I love Tampa Bay throughout the season, and I like when Tampa was healthy, I liked them. When Tampa had injuries that weren't at the quarterback position, I liked them. But when Baker's not Baker Mayfield, they just have a hard time. They struggle on offense. And so Carolina's not a pretty sexy offense, but it gets the job done. They come and they work hard, and this blue-collar kind of offense, and I think it's going to be enough. So, yeah, I think Carolina's going to go into Tampa and beat Tampa there. And most likely with that, Carolina ends up going to the playoffs, and Tampa does not.
Yeah, it's inexplicable what was happening with Tampa Bay, man. I can't. No one really can put their finger on the slide and this sudden sense of just ineptitude that they've been afflicted with these past not just couple of weeks, but a couple of months.
Yeah.
But that being said, I don't have a lot of faith. I have less faith in the Panthers than I do in the Bucks. Yeah, I mean, Panthers, they've beaten some pretty good teams. They have been beaten some pretty good teams, but they are that definition of helter-skelter that we talked about from the beginning of the season, hot and cold at any given moment. I just believe more in the talent on the Bucks side. I just think the Bucks have way more weapons than the Panthers do all around, and they just need one good game. And I think the Bucks are due. Just based off of that, they're due. They're due for one good game, and I think this is gonna probably be it at home for all the marbles, at least from a divisional, win perspective. So I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
All right, man. Yeah, we will see. All right, in the next game, we got Seattle Seahawks traveling to San Fran to play the 49ers. This is a good one because San Fran, like we've been talking about all season, man. San Fran, I don't even know how these dudes winning. It's crazy, but the offense looks really good. Kittle wasn't even playing, but Purdy comes in and Purdy's just lighting it up. I mean, they're playing. He's playing out of his mind, and the defense is doing their thing. Now they don't have a pass rush, right? They don't have a pass rush at all. However, they're still winning the games, and so with 49ers being at home, Seahawks defense is legit. They don't have a pass rush, so they're not going to be able to, put the pressure on Donald like unless they scheme up something. I don't know how they get to Donald, but if they don't get to Donald, they're not going to win the game. If they don't get to Donald, they're not going to win the game. You have to get to Sam Donald and rattle him and get him make him uncomfortable in order for you to win the game against these guys. So guess what? I think the 49ers are going to lose this game. I think the Seahawks are going to win this game just based on that. They're going to come in. They're not going to be able to get a pass rush on Donald, and the Seahawks are going to win the game.
I am conflicted about this game because, these are two fairly evenly matched teams, right? And San Fran's been a mass unit for the last, couple months, and now they're kind of getting somewhat healthy, right? But still, they get Purdy back, and as good as Mac Jones had been playing, Purdy's is playing lights out football, like 5 touchdown passes a game kind of thing. It is still amazing to me that the 49ers leading receiver in terms of yardage is their running back. Like, they've been doing this patchwork offense, throw into CMC, trying to run the ball, use Kittle when they have Kittle. But I think it's just the whole season without Ayuk. And yet, they're potentially also chance to be like number 1 seed, which is ridiculous. Yeah, I'm going to go with San Francisco. I think San Francisco is going to find a way. After Seattle struggled trying to get to old man Phillip Rivers, I think their defense is a little bit suspect. Still a really good defense, but a little suspect, and I think the Niners will exploit it. So I'm going to go with the Niners.
All right. Lee, I know this one for you, man. I'm definitely want to hear what you got to say.
Which team are you rooting for?
Don't make no damn sense, man. So from the Rams perspective, let me see how this works now. If Seattle wins, right, and the Rams win against the Cardinals, the Rams get the 5th seed. If the Niners win, regardless, the Rams get the 6th seed, right? So from a seeding perspective, we would want, right, Seattle to win. I don't want none of these guys to win. But it's not about who I want to win. It's who I think is going to win in this aspect. And I believe I just have more faith in what the 49ers are doing right now and what they put together from on film the last 2 games with Purdy coming back, Purdy being efficient, distributing the ball, getting magic happen in the pocket, basically. Yes, the defense is a little bit soft. They really can't manufacture a pass rush, not with a 4-man front. They have to, they would have to blitz in order to do that. But you got Sam Donald, who's a turnover machine. I think they are ranked 2nd in turnovers, giving the ball away in the league, but first in explosive plays, right? So that's the hijinks for Seattle. They rank number 1 in explosive plays, but they're 2 overall in giving the ball away as well. 49ers, they're a team that they're going to make you pay for turning the ball over. And if Seattle goes in this game and they do just that, then with Robert Saleh and that crew, they're definitely going to capitalize off of that. And then, of course, on the offensive side, they're going to score points. I believe more in what Shanahan. I think Shanahan should be coach of the year. First and foremost. Yeah. Okay. I think he should, what he's done with this team, with the lack of players, the injuries that they've had to overcome. They're playing for the number 1 overall, the number 1 seed in the NFC, right? The number 1 seed in the NFC.
That's great.
No one had them had them selected for that. So again, I think the 49ers are going to come out and win this game against the Seahawks, even though it would be better for the Rams if the Seahawks won.
Yeah. That's interesting, man. I really these 2 games tomorrow are going to be. These are going to be good. This is going to set up a lot as we get into it. So, all right, Sunday early games. The first one, you got the New Orleans Saints, who's been on a streak against the Falcons. Falcons are at home. You know what I always, how I always do this, right? Whenever the Falcons are playing, I don't ever pick the Falcons. I just never pick the Falcons at all. I can't pick them, and I'm just going to continue with my streak of not picking them. Now, don't get me wrong. Lee, I know you don't want to hear any of this stuff. You might want to, put it out or something like that. But anyway, how the Falcons looked in their last game. And I was talking to some Falcons fans too. They are really impressive when they play like how they played this last game. I mean, being in Atlanta and just in the Atlanta scene and all that stuff like that, I didn't expect this from the Falcons. They played this the most inspired that I had ever seen them play. So with all of that in with all of that and seeing how they played, Bijan Robinson, I mean the whole defense, everybody playing inspired. With all of that being said, I'm going with the Saints. Ain't no way I'm picking the Falcons. I just can't pick them dudes, man. The Saints have been rolling. Tyler Shook is in the conversation now for Rookie of the Year, and so look, I just can't pick the Falcons. I am going with the New Orleans Saints.
You realize the last 3 weeks the Falcons have beaten the Buccaneers, the Dallas and the Cardinals, and the LA Rams. I mean, they've beaten two decent teams who we didn't think they would win against in September or October or November, for that matter.
Can't do it.
All that being said, yeah, I'm going with the Saints. I still find the Falcons to be very volatile, hit or miss. You don't know what you're going to get. They're that box of chocolates. You know what's going to happen week to week. And the Saints have clearly been building. They are far from a complete team, but I got to give Kellen more credit for kind of slowly building something foundational. They seem to be playing good football. Tyler Shugg seems to be a quarterback they can go into next season with and really see if he can get to, like, not just above average, but, top 10 quarterback kind of level. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Saints.
So Falcons on a 3-game winning streak, right? They're building as well. They have more, and so I'm going, like, right now. What I'm putting my chips in with the team that has the talent, right? We at the beginning of the year. Everyone has enough tape on everybody else, right? Like, so there are no more surprises here. I think the team with the better talent, the team with the better execution within the last month, I think that's the team that's gonna come through and win these games. And look, Two Chains, Kurt, man, like Kurt 2 Chain, whatever he calls himself, like he's been playing. He's been playing. Like he's executing that offense. He has command of the offense. They're efficient. Bijan, they're giving him the ball. Bijan he's gashing teams and making plays as we know he can. Pitts has emerged as a top tight end the past month in the league. It's crazy. Like, this is what they should have been doing at the beginning of the season. Had they been doing this, they definitely would have been in the hunt for the playoffs. That being said, the Saints, I still don't think the offense is really clicking. The Shookie's playing okay for a rookie. He is a rookie. The defense is balling out as best as they can, but the defense is long in the tooth as well. I have to go with the Falcons on this one. And I'm not even trying to be tongue in cheek anymore with it. I just think the Falcons, they should really be able to pull this one out and win this game.
The operative word is should, man. The operative word is should. Yeah.
And they were doing it for the past 3 weeks.
Yeah.
They did it for the past 3 weeks against good teams.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. All right, Cleveland Browns travel to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. Cleveland Browns are 4-12, Bengals 6-10. So this one I really could care less because both teams not going anywhere. So just off of share, receivers and quarterback, I'm going with the Bengals in this game. They don't have a defense, but I'm just gonna pick the Bengals. Browns, it is what it is. But Bengals for me.
It's a tough one for a whole bunch of different reasons. I think Myles Garrett will get the sack record. I think Cleveland's defense will play well. I think Shador will play well enough. I think Cleveland's going to go into Cincinnati and come out with a victory. I don't think it's going to be pretty. I don't see Shador throwing for 350 and 3 touchdowns, but I think Cleveland's going to go in there, get the victory, and Myles Garrett's going to emerge Sunday evening with the all-time single-season sack record.
Myles Garrett. Brett Favre is not walking through that door, right? He's not walking through that door. You're not gonna get a layup for a sack the way Strahan did for the same record. And this is a divisional game. These teams, they don't like each other. I think the Bengals are gonna do whatever they can to make sure that he does not break this record. They have nothing else to play for than that. I think they will sacrifice the win to make sure Myles Garrett doesn't break this record. So I'll go with the Browns. No. I still think the Bengals are going to win this game. Bengals are going to win this game. Joe Burrow seems to have gotten out of that funk. Chase, he's been on a tear the past two games. Higgins is there. Brown, the running back, he's been playing pretty good the last 2 games as well. Burrow's going to get the ball out quick. Bengals are going to win, and they're not going to give up a sack to Myles Garrett.
Wow. Okay. All right. All right. That's the. All right, man. Yeah, I'm with Doc on this one. I think Miles gonna get that. I think Miles gonna get that somehow, some way. He's gonna get it.
I think it'll be nice if he gets it.
Right. Right.
But these two teams, I mean, this is a division. I
I
don't
know.
see the
Yeah.
Bengals. I just don't see the Bengals. I don't see them letting them get this guy.
It is more than just a divisional rivalry game. They
Yeah.
do not like each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's hatred
Yeah. Yeah.
in this
Pure
rivalry.
hatred. Pure hatred.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You got the next game. You got the Indianapolis Colts traveling to Texans. Right off the bat, I got the Texans in this game. Riley Leonard will be starting for the Indianapolis Colts, which is, it's definitely about time. He should have been. I think he should have been playing, from before. I don't even think they should have brought Phillip Rivers back. Phillip Rivers shouldn't have even came back. In my opinion, hey, look, good for him. And that he came back and did what he had to do. But yeah, Riley Leonard definitely should have been playing all along. Just throw him in. He's a rookie. I mean, that's who y'all pick. So you might as well have put him in the game anyway. I mean, I know they were trying to salvage the season and whatnot to try and get a win, but yeah, it don't make any sense in this game. I'm definitely going with the Texans. Texans rolling into the playoffs. Defense is doing their thing. It's going to be tough on Riley Leonard, but yeah, Texans going to win this game, man.
And Texas ain't playing around. They're not playing around.
No.
The way that they're balling, Texans are one of the few teams that they're hitting their stride at the end of the season. They're getting healthy, getting all the pieces back. Defense is just on fire right now. One of the top 5 defenses in the league. Offense is starting to pick things up. D'Amico Ryan is another coach I would put his name in the hat for coach of the year with the job that he's done this season. Riley Leonard, of course, is a rookie. I think he should have had more snaps, a couple of weeks ago, bringing in Rivers to try to salvage the season. I don't get it. I still don't understand that. Yeah, since I think they're gonna handle this, and it's not gonna be close.
First off, I need to acknowledge the Indianapolis Colts trying. They start off hot. Things looked right. This was a season dedicated to their late owner. They make a play at the deadline to get a cornerback that they thought could be a shutdown corner and boost the defense to match the strength of the offense. And then things just went off the rails. Quarterback breaks his fibula, playing on a bad leg, and then tears his Achilles. The corner they got hurt. They try to bring in the 44-year-old who's at least familiar with the offense, because that seemed to be the better option, going with the rookie quarterback who I am presuming didn't seem to know enough of the offense or get a grasp of the offense. They had discussions about rookie quarterbacks and how they tend to do. He actually, for the 44-year-old, he actually played pretty well. Just not enough to score enough points, and the defense couldn't hold opponents low enough to make it worthwhile. So you get losses with a B+ effort from the 44-year-old, which is quite impressive for a 44-year-old with the dad bod. Okay, that's enough about the Colts. Houston is dangerous.
Yeah.
That offense, when it is clicking, coupled with that defense, is lethal, and they are scary if they can keep that up through the playoffs. So yeah, with the respect given to Indianapolis, Houston is going to win this, and it ain't going to be close.
Yeah. And one last thing, Jonathan Taylor just fell off fell off. I mean, he was on the MVP track, and when he fell off, the whole team fell off, and that was it. Because Daniel Jones, don't get me wrong, he was playing well, but this team was running through the run. So, all right.
When the quarterback is playing well, and that star running back is the only hope they got.
Stack the box.
Yeah.
The box.
That's
Stack
it.
the box. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So the Titans are traveling to Jacksonville. This is another easy one for me. I'm not even going to waste time on this one. Jacksonville is going to win the game. I think Trevor Lawrence is starting. Yeah, I think they're keeping. Well, are they resting? I don't know for sure if he's resting or not. But what I do know is the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to win this game. The Titans are they got some rebuilding to do, so I'm going with Jacksonville. They're hot right now, man. They're playing some really, really good football. So Lee and Cohen, man, and Lee he came from you guys, huh? Cohen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep.
yeah, man. He got this team rocking and rolling, man. Yep.
Yeah, we don't really need to spend much time on this one. Duval, my apologies. Y'all are legit. Yeah, Jacksonville's gonna win this game against the Tennessee Titans.
I don't know if Jacksonville are going to start play their starters. I really don't know yet.
Trying to see right now.
I don't think they have a reason to play their starters.
No offense to Tennessee, I'm not sure it matters.
I hear you. I hear you. But Tennessee, they've been playing pretty good ball last couple of weeks.
I'm looking at it now. At least they say all their starters are expected to start.
Yeah, I got to go Jacksonville then. Got to go Jacksonville. If
Yeah.
that's the case.
Yeah. All right, this one, Doc. This right up your alley. You got the Green Bay Packers coming into your Vikings, man. Green Bay is limping, man. They limping into the playoffs. They are, really. I think what they're doing is they're really showing the team who they were anyway. I think when you look at it, what's the backup quarterback? Malik Willis. Right, he look legit. He's gonna get a starting job next year somewhere. He should be given. Remember when we talked about this? Given the right system and the right coach and GM and all of that stuff working properly for him, he could be a really good starting quarterback. I think he's really come on, and he's looking better than Jordan Love.
I agree. I do agree with that.
Yeah, so with all that, I know Doc. I don't know if Doc. Glad you're back, but we were just talking about your game with you guys in Green Bay. I don't know if JJ McCarthy playing.
He is expected to play.
Okay, he's expected to play. I'm going. Yeah, if Malik Willis is playing, I'm gonna go with the Packers. If Malik Willis is playing, if Jordan Love is playing. Jordan Love is playing, I'm going with the Vikings. So, but if Malik Willis is playing, I'm going with the Packers. That's just what I see right now.
Malik Willis is a really good quarterback. He's going to be starting for someone probably next year. Hats off to him in the turnaround from his time in Tennessee to his time in Green Bay. But my Vikings the last few weeks have looked really good. It would have been nice for this to have been happening in September instead of in December. But it is what it is. I'm looking forward to next season, and hopefully we can continue with the trend. Not just homerism, though that's in this too. I do think the Vikings have a really good chance of beating Green Bay this last game of the season, so I'm going to go with the Vikings based on what McCarthy's been doing the last couple of weeks. The fact that we can win games with 3 yards passing, because of that defense. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Vikings to beat Green Bay.
Green Bay's limping, right? They got injuries all over the place. They're not clicking on all cylinders right now. Mike is out. Jordan Love is out again. Like, we don't know what's going on with him. Brian Flores, I think, is another coordinator who I think should definitely get a look for a head coaching position next season.
No. Please, no. No, please.
He's due. So, yeah.
He's due. He's due.
Stay with the Vikings.
He's due. He's due.
He is.
And so like, with this particular matchup, these two teams are really close. I think their record is just like a one
and a half or something like that. Yeah.
Right. The differential between the two teams. This is still. I don't think it's a quarterback away. Links, especially if Malik Willis plays or Jordan Love plays. I don't think that's gonna be enough to push the needle to say definitively whether the Packers will win or not. I think because, Brian Flores is in his bag, man. Like, he has that defense these past couple of weeks playing lights out. JJ McCarthy. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Vikings on this one.
All right.
I'm going to go with the Vikings on this one.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. Especially after that win against the Lions, right?
Yeah.
That was impressive. Was impressive. Yeah. I'm going with the Vikings.
Yeah, I can see it. I'm not hating on y'all. This next game, I hope ends in a tie. I hope both of them lose. You got the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants playing against each other. I hope they both lose. I don't know how you can do that, but oh boy.
They're not even a threat, Lynx. They're not even a threat. Like, what?
Kick them when they're down.
Hey, man, the disdain runs deep, man. It runs deep. You know what? In this game, Dak is playing. Everybody's playing. I'm going with the young boy. I'm going with Jackson Dart, man. I'm going with Jackson Dart in this game. Giants are at home. So, yeah, give me Jackson Dart.
The thing about the Cowboys is when you think they're going to win, that's when they tend to lose. When you think they're going to lose, that's when they tend to win, right? And this is a game they should win, so you should pick them to lose because that's what we're going to really do. I am hoping Schottenheimer in this last game of his first season shows the ability to kind of help right that ship once again, that they go and play a team that they should beat, even though they're not really playing for anything, just pride and win. I'm going to put a little bit of faith in Shotty, and Cowboys are going to go into the new Meadowlands and MetLife Stadium and beat the Giants.
I got to go with the Giants on this. On paper, they're the dominant. They're the better team. So yeah, I'll pick the. Well, I said Dallas, right? I didn't say Giants.
You say the Giants. You say the Giants.
I said Giants. Sorry, I meant Dallas. Cowboys. Cowboys are going to win. Yeah, my bad. Because I'm like, did I just say Giants? Yeah, Cowboys. Cowboys on paper are the better team. I'm going to go with the Cowboys.
Y'all must be forget. These dudes is a 360 soap opera. You keep forgetting this.
I'm factoring that in. I'm factoring that in.
They got rid of some of the drama. I mean, it was drama to get rid of the drama, but, it's not there anymore. So,
yeah.
But, Lynx, every time I do that, every time I misspeak like that, I think that's my instinct saying you should be picking the Giants.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll flip.
I didn't want to say it.
Flip the Giants. Let's go with the Giants.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Go with the Giants. My
you got it right the first time.
No, don't. Yeah, go with the Giants.
Yeah. I got you. Hey, look, I'm telling you, watch what's going to happen. All right. Flipping over to these Sunday games, we got the Jets at the Bills. Bills, Josh Allen, the Jets, easy. I'm going with the Bills. I don't even have anything else to say. Jets, Bills.
I won't waste your time. I think it's going to be Buffalo Bills, whether or not they rest their starters, because I think this will be the last home game in their stadium before they move across the street to the new stadium, and they're going to want to send the stadium out right. So, yeah, Bills are going to win.
I don't care who's starting for the Bills. You could bring E.J. Manuel back, Nate Peterman.
No, man, you went way back.
Yeah, it don't matter. Bills going to win.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Easy. That's the easy one, yeah.
What's up, EJ? Hope all is well.
Yeah, man. Oh, boy. All right, this one, look, I am, Detroit Lions, 8-8, out of the playoffs. Disappointing year for them. Something I want to bring up real quick, with that, with Detroit. Look at this. When we talked about this throughout the season, at the beginning of the season, them losing their coordinators, right? They lost both of their coordinators, and you see what happens to teams when they lose both of their coordinators. I thought it wasn't going to happen to Detroit because they were looking pretty good, but it finally came to bite them down towards the end of the season, and this is what happens. And that's how critical this is when you lose coordinators like that. Chicago is in there. They're playing. They're doing their thing. They are at home. I expect Chicago to win this game. I expect them to win this game. However, they're not going to win. Detroit is going to win this game. Look, Detroit isn't going to go out just like that. And I think, and they want to spoil some stuff for Chicago too. They want this last game to be, we coming in your house and we're going to beat y'all. And so, this division game and it's tough. And guess what? Detroit is going to come away with the victory in this game.
Unless Ben Johnson is going to walk across the field and call offensive plays for the Detroit Lions, the Chicago Bears going to win this game. It is not so much being able to call an individual play, is tweaking what you call week to week so defenses don't catch up to what you're doing. And that is one of Detroit's issues this year, is people know what they're going to do and they don't have that fresh mind to tweak the offense from week to week. So they run the same playbook and they don't know how to disguise it. They don't know how to change it up, seemingly, despite Don Campbell calling stuff. So as much yards as they're throwing up, they're not putting the ball in the end zone enough. And so, yeah, I'm going to go with the Chicago Bears at home to beat the Detroit Lions.
Yeah. You make a good point, Lynx, about the coordinators for Detroit. I can't think about my Rams and McVay. McVay's been with us for 10 years now. I think this is like his 10th season with us.
Wow. Yeah.
Right. And this is the first time in those 10 years that he's been able to retain both of his coordinators this year. I don't have any. Yeah. This is the first time in the 10 years that he's been able to retain both of his coordinators, right? So, I mean, no sympathy, right, for teams, for Detroit, whomever, losing guys and all of a sudden they can't figure it out. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure it out, right?
Figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out, man.
Yeah.
But with that being said, Dan Campbell's a hell of a coach. He needs to figure out how to get a competent coordinator on the offensive side to come in and right the ship. He ain't got one for this game. He ain't got one for this game. And obviously his bag of tricks, that's kind of run stale, unless he can invent or reinvent some plays. But he is the type of guy where when he has nothing to lose, he would
Yeah.
go for fourth down on every
Yeah.
fourth down opportunity. He will
Yeah.
do it. He will come up with fake punts, fake field goals. I think he's gonna be in his bag right now. Detroit may win this game. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Detroit. They have nothing to lose. The Bears really have nothing to gain by playing their guys the whole game. I think Detroit's gonna pull this one out.
Yeah. Hey, look, Ramon, no hard feelings, man. No hard feelings in this one. The only reason why I picked Detroit is because I know they're going to be desperate. Not that Chicago isn't a great team and been playing great all year. It's just the fact that I know Detroit and like you say, Dan Campbell is going to pull everything out of the hat. This is a division game, and y'all don't have anything to lose, Chicago. But if you do lose and the Eagles win, then we get the 2 seed. So. That's all.
And just for context here, for the listeners, right? Ramon, he's friend of the podcast, right? But longtime friend, big time Bears fan. The pick has nothing to do with the Bears itself. It just has to do with the situation the Bears are in. That they really don't have a dog in this fight.
Right. Yeah.
They don't have a dog in the fight for this particular game. If this game was a do or die game for the Bears, where they had to win this game to get into the playoffs or to say get a number 1 spot in the playoffs, Bears would win this game.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm with you on that.
I don't think they have anything to really gain by going all out in this game.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Ben Johnson is going to hold these dudes to task, and they're going to come out and play. I think it's just the Ben Johnson way.
It's going to be a good game. It's definitely going to be a good game. I'm looking forward to it. All right. Next game, we got the San Diego Chargers and the Broncos. This is the good game. The Broncos, I think, again, they are starting everybody. Right now, they're the number 1 seed, right? They're the number 1 seed in the AFC. No, or the Patriots are number 1 seed.
Patriots are number 1.
Okay, so Patriots are number 1 seed. Denver's the number 2 seed. Are there any stipulations here? If they win or lose, anything like that, can they get the number 1 seed?
I think the Broncos can if they beat the Chargers.
Okay.
And the Patriots lose.
Right. Okay, so with that being said, the Denver Broncos are at home. The Chargers are coming into town. Man, I hate to be like I don't like to be biased because I don't like a coach, right?
Be biased.
And I don't.
Go on, be biased.
But let me tell you, boy, I don't like Sean Payton. Let's get that out of the way. I don't like Sean Payton. However, Denver's at home. They're gonna win this game. They are gonna do everything they can to win this game, just in case Patriots lose and they get that 1 seed, because it will be tough going into Denver in January. So yeah, Denver's gonna get the win in this game.
This is a tough one for me to call. I think tougher than people would give it credit for, because the Chargers are a good, tough-nosed team. They're going to make the playoffs. I'm not quite sure they have much to fight for positioning-wise, but the way Jim Harbaugh coaches teams, they're going to play hard regardless. I just have a sneaky suspicion the Chargers are going to win. I can't give you much more than that analysis-wise. I just think Chargers are going to find a way to win, whether the Broncos find out they don't need to play no more, or is this going to be the way the Chargers get going for the playoffs? I'm going to go with the Chargers.
I don't like Sean Payton.
Me either.
Yeah, I don't like Sean Payton either.
3 for 3.
Chargers. Who's home? Broncos home.
Denver. Yeah.
Yeah, they hard to beat at home.
Didn't happen against Jacksonville.
Did not. It did not.
But Jacksonville been playing them.
Yeah.
Chargers been playing too.
Not pretty effective.
Right. I'm going Chargers in this one.
Chargers. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going Chargers in this one.
Interesting. All right. I like that pick. All right, Lee. Cardinals coming into LA to play your Rams. This is easy. I'm going with the Rams.
Get right game, Rams.
I don't know.
Come on, man. Stop this, man.
I don't know.
Stop this, man.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know,
man. You gotta stop this, man.
I don't know. I don't know.
How you don't know, man? Y'all playing the Cardinals.
I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore, man. I don't know. I don't know who's gonna win this game. Next. I don't know. I have no idea who's gonna win this game. I'm dead serious.
That's
I
how
have
you
no
gonna leave
idea
us.
who's.
How you gonna leave us with
I
I
have
don't know?
no idea who's gonna win this game.
Oh shoot!
Team, boy, they making me sick, man.
Why you doing this, man? Why you
They
doing
making
this,
me
man?
sick.
This man's team is 11-5 going to the playoffs. He's like, I don't know if you're gonna win a game.
I know,
don't
right?
so
I
far.
know. Come on, man. Stop
We
it.
lost to the Falcons. We lost to the Panthers. Come
It
on.
don't matter. It don't matter. Look, check this out. Every channel I turn on ESPN, and I'm with you. Everybody say the Rams are still the number one team.
They need
who
to stop.
feel.
They need to
No,
stop.
seriously. This is what people are saying, and I'll tell you this straight up. No fun, none of that stuff. Any team that I do not want to meet is the Rams. That's the only team that I don't want to meet. I don't want the Eagles to meet in the playoffs. That's why I was thinking about with that Bears and Detroit game. That's why I wanted the Bears to lose so we could be the number 2 seed if we beat the Commanders, so we don't have to face you guys in the first round. I do not want to face the Rams in the first round. So yeah, as much as you say that, man, look.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Right. Real quick. Because I'm gonna get to this pick, but I'm gonna go back. I want to go back to the Bears game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If we look at our chat, we're live. We got a commenter, friend of the podcast, right? He says, "Links, you out of your mind with your pick." He says, "You're out of your mind." I don't know if you're looking at the chat links. But yeah. You're out of your mind. I don't know if you want to respond to that.
I'm gonna let me hold on. Let me see.
Nice.
No, respond verbally.
I'm telling him right now. I'm saying, look, no hard feelings, man. This is a circumstance pick. We won the number 2 seed. That's it.
Wait, who won the number 2 seed?
The Eagles.
Oh, so that's a biased pick based on your team.
Not really biased.
Does it sound like, Links?
Not really biased. It's not really biased. What it is, it helps us out. It helps us out, but not really biased. It's do believe Dan Campbell.
You never fail to amaze me.
Listen, man. Listen. What Ramon say? Ramon say, "Oh, he laughing. Yeah, man. Ramon, look, man. This no hard feelings, man. This is just a
biased pick.
No, it's not a biased pick. I'm telling you, it's not biased. It's I believe that Dan Campbell gonna pull some stuff out. That's it. But if Dan Campbell happen to win, we get the number 2 seed, and we don't have to face the Rams. That will play right into our hands if it happens.
Oh, this is a wish pick.
It's a wish. It's a wish.
It's a wish pick.
You do a Make-A-Wish Foundation, man. I gotta put it out there.
This is your Make-A-Wish. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Making
Gotcha.
wishes.
All right. That's what we doing. We wishing. All right. Going back to the Rams and Cardinals, I get in my feelings when it comes to the Rams, right? I am sick to my stomach from events of recent events that have just taken place. Rams should win this game. We should win this game handily, but every time I think we should win something with ease, like something happens. So I'm gonna buckle my seatbelt and just go for the ride, whatever happens.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
What Ramon said, Ben Johnson said the Bears starters were playing. Said Bears starters playing.
The Bears starters playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm gonna go back to my pick with the Bears.
Yeah.
If the Bears starters are playing, if Ben Johnson is a serious dude. He's a dude. He's no nonsense.
He's not playing.
There's one thing in starting. If they play the entire game, if he's not gonna pull them out, Chicago should win this game.
Yeah.
Chicago should win this game. But I just have a concern where you have a team where, you are where you are, not your position isn't really going to fluctuate based off of winning or losing this game. And all of a sudden in the third quarter, you see guys getting pulled out.
Right.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I went with Detroit. So I still think even though the Bears starters are gonna play, I don't think they're gonna finish the game. I don't think he's gonna finish the game with the starters because you don't want to risk people getting hurt either.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Detroit. And even going back now to the Rams, I think it's the same situation because McVay has been notorious the past 2 seasons, not even starting his starters
Right. Yeah.
in the last game. Now,
Yeah.
he did come out and say, McVay, that the starters are going to play. But I don't know. I'm not sure if the starters are going to finish the game.
Right. Right.
And McVay has made it plain that he doesn't care what seed the Rams go in at. They're going to handle business once the playoff starts. He doesn't
Yeah.
care about seeding.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, that's what when I'm saying I don't know. I know it was all fun and games, and I was
Yeah,
tongue in
yeah,
cheek
yeah.
with it. But I really don't know because I don't know what sort of effort the team is going to give or whether or not the starters are going to play the full game in this game with the Cardinals. If the starters play the full game, Rams should definitely win this game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Ramon was saying in the chat here, he was saying, they don't have anything to lose because they, in the playoffs. However, they have a lot to gain because of number two spot, home field advantage, and all that stuff like that for the.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, yeah, I feel you on that. We want that number 2 seed too, Ramon. So. Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. All right, so all right, we got the Kansas City Chiefs, Oakland Raiders. I don't know, man. You might as well put Taylor Swift out there. I don't know. Let me see. Who is the Chiefs quarterback? Who is the Chiefs quarterback right now?
His name? Oladuke. Yeah.
Yeah, Oladuke.
I don't even know who that is.
I
don't even know who he is. But I'm still going with the Chiefs. They're gonna beat the Raiders. Raiders just need to get it together. So yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs.
Chiefs are favored by 5.5 on the road. I think it's gonna be Oladuke starting.
It is Oladuke. Oladuke starting.
He started last week. He is the first person of direct African descent to start a game in the NFL. His dad's Nigerian.
Congrats, man.
So
congrats.
With it not being Patrick Mahomes and all that stuff, and not being Gardner Minshew, you'd be worried with the third string. But they're playing the Las Vegas Raiders, so I'm still going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs with the third string quarterback over the case.
The Raiders told their best player that he's not going to play.
Stay home.
And they told him to stay home. They told him that he has a knee injury that he is not even aware of himself.
That's where you got trainers.
Right. He's not even aware of the knee injury. He's not even aware that he needs to have knee surgery because he was playing basketball and showing footage of him playing basketball on his own basketball court, right? So this tells me that the Raiders ain't trying to win this game.
No.
They ain't trying to win this game.
They're trying to go for that number 1 seed.
Because what's on the line? Right, the number 1 overall pick is on the line.
Yeah.
The Chiefs winning this game.
Yeah.
Because the Raiders don't want to win it.
They don't want to win.
They don't want to win it.
The player don't even know he hurt.
He don't even know he hurt. He's like, that was news to him. Max Crosby was like, Max was like, my knee feels great.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny, man. You can't make this stuff up. You
can't make it up.
No. All right, we got Dolphins, Patriots. Going with the Patriots. I don't even care if they rest their starters. Yeah, I'm going with the Patriots in this game.
Who's starting for Miami at quarterback?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
It's not Zach Thomas. Oh, it's Ewers.
Quinn Ewers, yeah.
That being said, the Patriots. I just want to make sure. But yeah, that being said, I think the Patriots has got too much. Whether they pull the starters or not, I think they're a superior team with talent and a superior team with coaching. So I'm going to go with the Patriots.
Yeah, same here. Quinn Ewers, he did win Rookie of the Week last week. Had a pretty good game. And I think they did win that game last week as well.
They did, yeah.
He looked good, better than the other guy that was starting.
Who shall remain nameless?
Why even name him? Right? It's not that good. But yeah, Patriots. I don't care who's starting for on the Patriots side. They could bring Brock Hewitt back. Patriots come in this game. Yeah, I'm pulling out all the guys. Yeah. Steve Grogan. Anyone. Yeah, bring in all of them guys. But they're gonna win this game. Yeah, man.
Yeah. That one is easy. All right. We got the Washington Commanders coming to play my Eagles. We are not starting, the starters are not starting, but we are going to have the perennial Tom Brady-esque QB in the game. And so, look, we Nick Sirianni is I don't know. I would have played the starters, but because we trying to go for that number 2 seed, and I don't like to I just don't like to lose to people in the NFC East. But anyway, I have faith in the backups, and I think that the Eagles are gonna win this game regardless. I think it's gonna be a close game, and I think the backups could pull this one out. So Washington just don't have that much of a defense. However, they remember what happened last game, and there was some bad blood going on there in that last game. So they're gonna come swinging. But I think my Eagles still gonna, even with the backups, my Eagles still gonna win this one.
So this is the second string Eagles against the Washington Commanders with some injuries, and Tanner McKee, who has looked decent when he has played in very limited action.
Yeah, man.
Going up against the
third string, I think.
Nomad, that is Josh Johnson.
Yeah. And Doc, and when you reference Tanner McKee, you have to make sure that you reference him as the next Tom Brady per links, right? Because they got the next Tom Brady on the bench, which is Tanner McKee.
We got him there, man.
Yeah, okay.
We got it.
Yeah. I just want to make sure we get that. Yes, there we go.
Tanner McKee.
Oh, well.
My apologies. But yeah, I do think Kelly Green, Tom Brady is going to end up being victorious over Josh Johnson. And so, whether you guys play some of the starters, don't play the starters, Eagles go win.
Let me tell you something. Your boy Sirianni, I'm perplexed.
Yeah,
okay?
Me too.
I am perplexed because it's so mind-boggling the way he rationalizes things. It makes me think, okay, maybe I'm not seeing something. Maybe is it me, right? Because like normally, so when you have a team, and let me know if I'm off base here, Doc, right? When you have a team that is governed by a coach that is on his P's and Q's when it comes to operational efficiency, especially on the offensive side, right? They're a well-oiled machine. They got everything clicking, right? Come the end of the season, you can afford to not play those guys because those guys know what they're doing. We're operating where we got it. So you can pull those guys back because when you go into the playoffs, right, they can just pick right back up where they started. Sirianni is operating as if he's that coach and that his offense is operating to that capacity. So I don't understand it because we all know that that's not the case. It's not the case. There's still kinks that are being worked out. Eagles are winning games. They're winning games in a way where it's not pretty, but I don't know if you can sacrifice the reps, right, to continue the momentum that they have. When you start pulling guys, giving guys a game off, a week off, or whatever it may be, and then go right into the playoff game where the intensity gets ramped up. Yes, you're defending champs. Yes, you know what that intensity is going to look like. I get that. But that running game doesn't look good. And I would think you would want to continue to try to figure out how to get that running game going. The blocking is all off. My man, Saquon, he's looking like Ashton Genty, always, getting hit in the back in the backfield like 80% of the time. I don't know if you could sacrifice a game and give you guys a week off like this. So that being said, if you guys are not going to play your starters, if he is going to go this route, right? Yeah. I'm going to go with the Commanders. I'm going to go with the Commanders. I'm going to pick the Commanders to win this game. No slight on the Eagles. I just think the Commanders, they're going to be playing their guys. Yeah. I'm going to go with the team that's going to play their starters over the team that's going to be playing their backups.
Yeah.
That's just more logical for me. Yeah. Okay. But again, for the Eagles to do this and to go into the playoffs with this, I'm fascinated to see how this is going to play out because, he may know what he is doing. He may know what he is doing. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so. If anybody should have been sitting down, it should have been Kevin Patullo this week. Let him rest. Sit him down this week. Put somebody else in there. Yeah, but I don't know how this is going to turn out. I'm pissed that he not started. I don't get it either. As an Eagles fan, I don't get it. Why? It's just beyond me. Anyway, hey, look.
Well, not just that.
Right. Right. No running game.
It's going to be dicey the following week.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm getting prepared. Man.
So Link, so you mean to tell me, and I don't really I don't know where the rankings are playing how that's playing out just yet. You guys, you're 11-5,
Mm-hmm.
right? The Bears are 11-5,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And so you both are gonna be in the running for
That
the
two
second
seed.
seed because you
Yeah.
both can end up being divisional winners, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Sirianni basically is saying
He don't
we
care.
don't need that second seed,
That's
which
ridiculous.
you're still gonna get set up. You're gonna be what? You're gonna drop to third, right? So your
Right.
first game is still gonna be at home.
You can be at home. Yeah.
You're still gonna be at home, but you sacrifice the potential of the second game being at home as well,
Exactly. Exactly.
right?
You
So
want to get as
that's
many home games as possible. So I don't know. I don't know.
maybe Sirianni don't want to play at home. He don't want to have them boo birds. He may want to say, you know what?
You know they're gonna come out.
Let's get out of Philly.
Their boo boy is gonna come out for sure. Yeah. Anyway, hey, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. Monday night game. Is Mike Tomlin gonna have a job? Is Lamar Jackson gonna have a job? I do not want what's his name?
Aaron
I
Rodgers.
do not want Aaron Rodgers to have a job after this season for sure. So look, I know everybody's been saying Mike Tomlin is going to stay where he's at. I understand. We dealt with Andy Reid all these years. It got stale. They got rid of Andy Reid. Hey, luckily we was able to luck up in Sirianni and a great team and got the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl. However, I think they just need to stick with Tomlin there. He just don't have a quarterback. He don't have a quarterback, and they always in the same position. They always finish middle of the road, so you can never get a number one seed, and you can and you right in the middle. So you always gonna be in the middle. So they can't even get a franchise QB. So anyway, with all that being said, the Ravens coming in. Lamar Jackson is going to play because he practiced, and he is going to play. Derrick Henry looked like all world, just running over dudes. I mean, stiff arming them, just making them look like kids in that last game. And so he's re-inspired. Baltimore is going to come into Steelers and put them out of their misery. Because the reason why I say that, DK Metcalf, he's an idiot. He's an idiot. Metcalf is an idiot. Now, you look into that a little bit. You know, there was some history with this fan and DK. When DK was in Seattle, I think, or Detroit or wherever, but there's some history with this same fan. And I don't know if you guys heard this, but the fan was supposed to, they had reported the fan previously because he was saying some stuff to DK and they should have got kicked out. But DK, leave that alone. Why are you going over there? So DK caused this on the Steelers. So I blame all of this on DK. Because if you look at the last game, he couldn't throw it to nobody. There's nobody else. There's nobody there. So, yeah, with that being said, I'm going with Lamar Jackson and Baltimore to come in there and take this win, man.
It is amazing for this game to have two coaches on the hot seat trying to make the playoffs and people speculating that the loser may not be with their team next year when everyone in their right mind knows that they're two really good coaches, right? Yeah, I think the Steelers offense is compromised with the whole DK Metcalf situation. In a alternate universe, I would love to see what Mike Tomlin would do with a slightly more productive GM. They've got a relatively new GM for the last 4 years, Omar Khan, and I'm not sure they've had great draft picks the last few years. So Colbert did well for a while as the GM the last few years of his tenure at GM. To your point, they drafted Kenny Pickett, which was not the pick to make for cold weather, windy Pittsburgh. But anyway, yeah, I think even though Lamar's been dealing with these nagging injuries, I think Baltimore's going to go in there and beat Pittsburgh. I think it really would be a much closer contest if the Steelers' offense was full speed with DK Metcalf available. But he isn't, and I think that ends up being more important than folks may initially think. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Ravens, but I do think both coaches will be back with their respective teams next year.
You know, Steelers amaze me because one, the fans they act as if Tomlin is picking these players, right? He's the coach. He all he's doing is trying to make it work with the players that are given to him. What's so fascinating about all of this is that historically, especially over the past 10, 15 years, Steelers have had like this string of malcontents at the wide receiver position. You know, the Antonio Browns, it's Antonio Holmes, it's the guy, Plaxico Burress, Deontay Pickens, right? Pickens, right? And so they found themselves in a situation was like, oh, we don't have no more of those guys. Let's get the most high strung, unhinged wide receiver and bring him in. We're going to import him in from another team, right? Because this is how we function. We got to have someone unhinged at the wide receiver position. Look, DK Metcalf coming from the Seattle, because I've seen it. He was with Seattle. He is unhinged as it gets as a player. He's a great player, a specimen at the position, but it is easy to get him off of his game because the dude cannot control his emotions. And it's been well documented even off of the field at charitable events, training events, where fans, once they get at him, he does not have the capacity to be able to ignore them and go on his way. He engages with whatever it is that person is given to him, right? He's incapable of ignoring it. So Steelers, they knew this. They knew what they were getting, and this should not be a surprise to anyone that something like this scenario would play out the way that it did. It's not Tomlin's fault. You can't force these guys, right? When you look at teams like Minnesota, you look at teams like the Rams, you look at teams like the Chiefs, right? They draft particular players that fits their ecosystem, and sometimes they sacrifice talent over the personality, right, of that particular player. Do they fit the culture of the team? Steelers didn't do that in this situation. Okay. So, in as much as I blame DK, I blame the GM. You brought him in. You know what this guy, what his history is like. It's documented, right? So it's on the organization for bringing it and him in as a free agent or what was it, via trade, however they brought him into the team, it's on them.
Yeah.
That being said, picking this game, I will have to go with the Ravens. I'm going to go with the Ravens to win this game.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Lamar and the Ravens, they don't rely on Lamar Jackson to win this game.
Right.
Continue feeding the ball to Henry. Give it to him 30 times again, right? And let him carry you to a victory, right? TJ Watts, I think he's supposed to be coming back, but he's not. I don't know if he's going to be 100%.
Yeah.
Or not from the collapsed lung. But I think Ravens should be able to handle this one with no DK Metcalf. Yeah, it should be an easy win.
Yeah. Well, just wanted to give everybody a hand clap, man. Let's clap, man, because the season was good, man. Season was good. This was the week 18, end of the regular season, man. End of the regular season podcast. Appreciate you guys, always bringing the insight and the comments and, throughout the whole season. And hey, the next one is going to be playoff time. So yeah, we got these picks in. Yep. Playoffs. Yeah, man. We ready. We ready for it.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So, all right, man. We'll catch you guys on the next one, man. All right. Later.